Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm trying. I have. Uh, okay, so that's definitely not something I can do while streaming. I was gonna wreck it. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, I actually tried going into my like settings where I actually have all the little things pop up to see if I could like switch it, and it turns out it doesn't like me trying to do that while I'm actually streaming. So yeah, but anyway, I may have accidentally disconnected the 100-bit from, from the little thing that pops up for the 100-bit. So yeah, if I was good at this stuff, you know, we'd have a much better stream. But anyway, it's okay. My main focus is trying to play well. That's my main focus. Everything else is kind of like secondary to me. Ugh. And then my secondary focus is to not take it too hard when I don't play well. Because I do take it pretty hard. Yeah, I'm breaking basically everything again. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Twitch broke it. X-Alex, yeah. X-Alex knows. I'm not taking the blame for this one. I'm not gonna take the blame for something just because it's my fault. That's ridiculous. I basically played by like 5-year-old rules. How's it going, Noisy Boy? Yeah, hopefully they go good. You know, this is first run of the night. Always hard to tell, like, if I can even play when it's just the first run of the night. You know, I didn't want the pipe. But once we get to 4, we'll kind of see how I'm doing. Unless it's one of those runs where I have trouble even getting to 4, which sometimes happens as well, but that's okay. Good. I totally There we go. Get a... Let's see if we can get through 2. Yeah, last time I don't think I got past 2. My first try. I think that was the last... That last run I did, I think I died on 2, then I died on 1, like, right afterwards. It was either the last stream or the one before it. I think Streets 2, I probably would give it to Streets 2 as the best overall soundtrack. And then, you know, Streets 1 is really good. Sonic, yeah, the Sonic games are good. I don't know which one I'd give it to. I'd probably go Sonic 2 over the first one. I mean, Aladdin had a really good soundtrack, but I don't know if that counts since, like, it's also using stuff from the movie, right? Yeah. Emilio! How's it going, Emilio Poison? It's been a while. Emilio! Good to see you. You're doing well. We are still working on the Blaze Mania No Death. We're still working on it. Am I ever gonna play Paprium? I don't know, maybe. I'd have to look into, you know, all sorts of stuff for it, but because I mean they have like their own carts, and then I'd have to look into see like if you can use an EverDrive with it instead of actually like locking down a cartridge. But yeah, I even think I could probably lock down a cartridge if I had to. I mean, I have an EverDrive. I just don't know if you can use one for Paprium. The Pringles game, the Mentos game. Yeah. Is there a Mentos game? And then the second Mentos game is called Mentos 2, Full of Life. The third one's called Mentos 3, Fresh and Full of Life. They dumped it so you can emulate it, huh? Yeah, I don't remember if they did something special with the cartridge or not for Paprium, like where you can't just... like where you need their cartridge on the actual Sega Genesis or not, because they have like extra stuff in it. You never really know, but yeah, I don't know. Was Paprium good? I don't remember people being like overly crazy about it. Oh, you gotta download like a custom core for your PC, yeah. Well, I know Din has Paprium. Din actually owns the cartridge. And he has said to me before that like I could borrow it if I wanted to. I don't know if he would just give it to me, but I wouldn't let him give it to me. I'd give it back to him, but have I ever done the chip challenge? What's the chip challenge? Oh, terrible bad. Huh. Okay. I got it with the knife, but it took like a while for her to scream, like, you know, to do like the death scream. Anyway, weird. That was weird. Yeah, I got a, yeah, sealed, unopened, yeah. I don't know if anyone's ever going to be paying something like that for it, you know? How's it going, Tails? Like, I don't think Paprium was a big enough thing for, like, someone to be charging $3 grand for it and to ever expect that they're going to get somebody to buy it. Like, I would think the tops you could probably go is, I mean, sealed though. I want to say 300, but maybe I'm being crazy. The best I could do is $5. Yeah. I mean, yeah, being able to emulate this stuff is probably, I mean, it's tough to know even what stuff would be, how expensive stuff would be if you couldn't emulate. Or if the emulation hasn't really affected the price of, like, the original stuff. I don't know. But when emulation was becoming a thing, before game prices went up, I assumed video games, the, like, actual cartridges, when you could still buy these things for like $1, I thought that, like, they're actually going to start going up in price because they're going to be rare and people are going to want them. And other people were like, no, because you can emulate them, so no one's going to care. You can just get it, you know. It's kind of like, yeah, we just didn't know. But it turns out, even though you can emulate them, there's still some games that are worth like hundreds of dollars. Like, why, when you can just emulate it? But for some reason, the cartridge is worth something, so yeah. Yeah, once I get Blaze, I'll be the first person to have 3. I mean, so far there's only 2 of us though who have no death, unless somebody else pulled it off over the weekend, and I didn't hear about it yet. Yeah, well, like, the thing about an input lag though is, like, I'm probably playing like the best way you can play Streets of Rage 2 because I'm on a CRT. And I'm on a good CRT as well, because you can play on CRTs that are a little bit slower. But that's another thing too, is that, like, most people don't have a CRT either, so it's like, it's just a whole mess to actually be playing on original console. Like, I really like it, but I understand, like, it's not an easy thing to do. I pulled off a band-aid over the weekend. What, pulling off a band-aid? Yeah. It's not fun. I'll tell you that much. It depends, depends on how stuck it is also to, like, your wound and how, like, sometimes that wound just isn't fully healed either. That band-aid coming off doesn't make it better. Did I get him? Yeah, you can play on that, Noise Boy. I mean, there isn't like a rule against which emulator you use necessarily. Because I mean, currently the game's basically on everything, from like Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, and then like, you know, all the PC emulators. There's the mini consoles. There's OG console. I mean, you can play it on your toaster if you want to. It's just, and I don't remember if like officially on the speedrun board if there's like emulators that you're not allowed to use. I know there are with certain games. There's emulators you actually can't use because they'll give you, I don't know, like weird stuff happens with them, or you get an unfair advantage or something like that. But yeah, for the most part, I don't really know if there's one for Streets that really. I'm not sure. Anyway. Is TNG Maestro quoting the new Avatar movie? Doesn't that mean, Alex, that you got to play on the console without having to wait, though? Unless it means that, like, you just didn't have video games in the house. Yeah, I don't know. Out of my family, I definitely liked them the most. But, like, you know, growing up in like 80s and 90s, the games were different too. You didn't really play games for like 8 hours at a time. That wasn't really like a thing. Like if you were gonna play like, you know, Streets of Rage, you'd throw it on, you'd play, you'd lose at like, you know, the 4th level or whatever. It was more fun playing with like a friend, so if you didn't have anyone to play with, that wasn't like as much fun. And like maybe you'd play for like an hour and then you're like, okay, cool, I'm gonna go do something else, because you just, you know, you're like, I don't want to play the first level again. I just keep getting, you know, destroyed. What instruments do you play, Alex? Oh, you play the violin. Huh. Yeah, that worked out. Thank you for doing something. Hold on a second. What you do? Oh, Sargo, I know. Sorry, I'm sorry, Sargo. Sargo, I'm sorry. I accident that. I don't know. I'll let somebody else explain it. I'm pretty sure it wasn't my fault. it wasn't my fault, Sargo. Don't you give me that. Aw, thank you for the 100 bits, Sargo. Don't you do it, Sargo. Don't you do it. I'm sorry, everybody. It's Twitch's fault. Yeah, it's Twitch's fault that I broke it. That might be the most accurate way of putting it, Wreck-It. It's Twitch's fault that Antho's kind of an idiot. Yeah, I was checking on something, and then while I was checking on something, I probably ended up messing something else up, so it happens. Yeah, oh, that's it. Yeah, Wreck-It's got the best movie suggestions. I think Wreck-It was the one who asked if I had seen The Godfather. You ever seen The Godfather before? I thought maybe you'd be interested in it since you have Italian heritage and it's a movie about Italians. Oh my gosh. I was born watching The Godfather. I am the Godfather. Have you heard of Star Wars? I think there's a couple of them too, so if you like the first one, maybe you'll like the other ones too. That must be such a weird experience for somebody who's never seen Star Wars before. That like he watched the first 3, and then it goes back in time to when Darth Vader was a kid, and it looks like a completely different movie. Where now we don't have like puppets and claymation anymore, and it's all like CGI. And then you fast forward for the next 3, and it goes, and it's like trying to go back to the puppets and all that stuff. And you're just like, how? What? This Grand Theft Auto game? Yeah, the Mafia? Is that what we're talking about? Yeah, now there's, how many Star Wars are there? 11? 11 Star Wars movies? I think that's right. There's a game called The Godfather? You're kidding. Is it about to, is it like tied to the movie, or is it just its own thing? How weird. Huh. Yeah. I just bought the Godfather game. It made me an offer I couldn't refuse. Oh. Yeah, I'm actually getting I'm getting a little bit hot. I'm probably gonna have to take this sweater off at some point. Do the sweater start never. The sweater doesn't last long for me. Oh, yes. Yes. It's always, yeah, it's nice when you play a game and the controller just is totally dead. When I was a kid, it was like everyone had like just a busted controller. And then you'd go over to someone's house and they'd always be playing with like the nice controller and they'd give you the junk. Yeah, like anytime I played N64, I'd bring my own controller if I was going over to somebody else's house. I wasn't gonna play on their piece of junk controller. Try to get away, couldn't do it. Sorry, go. Thank you for the 99 bits. We're not out of this yet. Hmm. Ah. Ay, ay, ay. That is annoying. Yep, it sucks because, you know, I got through the ninja section. Kinda had the health. And that last kickboxer just, yeah, he just didn't go for the knee. Assumed he was just gonna like hang bottom, and then I would just be able to like duck down and grab him, but oh, you didn't rent out your controller, so I lost. Yeah, well, you know, it's the butterfly effect. You know, you don't really, you can't quantify all the little math that happens there on why these things happen. Hey, Servetsky, how it goes? Hey, fellow DDs, the DD gang. Yeah, we basically have like an inquisition every single stream around here. Golden Axe 3 on normal mode? Which character are you playing with? I think I did a no death with Golden Axe 3 with the Panther. There's like a Panther guy, he's got this one really awesome move. I don't know if I no death it with anyone else. Oh. Yeah, it's not... You gotta cheese ball it, that's the whole thing with Golden Axe 3. Like, the Panther guy actually has this, like, invincible move that you can do where he, like, lunges forward. So you're just spamming that move back and forth. Oh, then, yeah, if you watch, like, how somebody's done it, you can kind of get an idea, like, oh, okay, this is the strategies that they're using. They're not... A lot of the older games, like, there's a lot of cheese balling that goes on in them. I mean, even when I'm playing this, like, I'm pulling guys one at a time in certain sections. I'm doing really, like, cheese ball strats on, like, bosses and stuff like that. part of the reason why 7's so tough is because it's just throwing like everything at you all at once. You can't really get away from it. There's no good strats to use. You can't really cheeseball your way through 7 elevator. Except for sword. That's like the cheesiest thing about it. Everything else is like just grasping at straws trying to get through it. Yeah, it's weird how they didn't just use, is that what his name was? Axe Battler? The guy with the sword's name was Axe Battler in the first one? But yeah, I thought it was weird how they didn't just use, like, the legacy characters for it. Like, why? I was always like, why make these new characters that are basically Tyrus Flare and, because it's not Tyrus Flare either, I don't think. I think Tyrus actually ended up being the fastest one to beat. Was it Tyrus or Gilius to beat Golden Axe? Yeah, was Gilius in 3? Why don't I remember? I don't think Gilius was in 3. There was the Panther guy. There was the woman. There was that cane grinder dude. And then there was like a kind of like barbarian looking weird guy. Was he the guy that threw the ball, the tornadoes, or was that cane grinder? How's it going, Gordo? Did I say tax battler? That's what it is. The tax, yeah, there's tax battler. Really? You're kidding. Yeah. And did you buy those snakes yourself, Death Adder, or did the company buy those snakes for you? You bought them yourself. Okay, that's a write-off. That's a write-off. Yeah, there's I think there's a special move beyond the just pressing jump and attack together though. I think there's like you gotta actually do like kind of like a Street Fighter style input thing, you know, one of those like back forward or half circles or things like that, and you actually can do a special move. It's been so long since I played that game. My memory is really good for it. Anyway, it's not the best memory. I wonder what it's like. What's it like having a good memory? That's what I'm always curious about. You just feel like you're playing on easy mode when you can remember everything? Correlation between video game difficulty and the times we live in. Yeah, I think, yeah, before, like, you'd feel like that sense of accomplishment because you got to a certain level in a game, or you got somewhere that you hadn't been before. And you really had to earn it. And it really was difficult to do. And now they infuse the game with that feeling of accomplishment and getting somewhere and doing something and being good at it without actually having to do any of that stuff. You don't actually have to be good at the games, most games now. They just kind of carry you through. You're basically playing like an interactive movie for the most part. But yeah, I do think it's like, yeah, I do think that they're gonna find that like people who play the older games are probably like smarter and, you know, they're just gonna be better at stuff. The Lion King on Genesis. Yeah, I don't know why people, I mean, to be fair, I think I beat The Lion King when I was a kid. I haven't beaten it as an adult, so I don't actually know how difficult it is. But I mean, I played the Super Nintendo version and the Sega Genesis version at the same time. That was actually pretty difficult. But doable, you know. I didn't play through the whole game though, I just beat the Stampede. I beat the Stampede on both consoles at the same time. So it's not like an impossible game, it's just a difficult one. The Lion King, yeah. I mean, I don't think... If I was to be like, oh, let me do like something like The Lion King No Death, it wouldn't be... It's not going to be like easy to do, but it also wouldn't be very difficult to do either. You wanna try hard mode? Go with the Panther Dude. Figure out how to do that Panther Dude's forward lunge move. It's basically how you win at the game. Look, pirates with the little arrow pointing. Gosh, so ridiculous. Within 2 weeks, The Lion King. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I don't think I actually don't know if I'd need 2 weeks to do it. I don't think it would take me that long. The forward lunge is not the forward blitz? I don't think it's the forward blitz, Alex. I don't know. Yeah, see if you can look up like a moves list. Unless you like just figuring out the moves on your own, then don't look up a moves list, because if that ruins the fun for you. But no, I think there's like there's actually like a separate move, I think. Yeah. You could always look up my video, but really you want to look up probably King Iopa. I think King Iopa has videos where he beats Golden Axe 3 with all the characters. You probably know Deathsit with all the characters. Yeah, he's yeah, King Iopa's like a ridiculously good player. Ridiculously good. Oh, I was hoping to hit him. Yeah, I mean, if you give... Uh-oh. You can give some people, like, all the time in the world, they're still not going to be... they're not going to be as good as King Iopa is, you know? So yeah, it might be a mixture of time and just also, like, natural. He just naturally has an ability. Yeah, I think the Panthers, that lunging forward move that the Panther has, I think actually breaks block. Oh dear. Yeah, most beat 'em ups, they have kind of like similar principles to them. It's like a lot of like crowd control, a lot of just like spacing, a lot of timing. Like knowing what's coming is really helpful. Okay. Yeah, moving up and down is really useful in a beat 'em up. Like, funnily enough, it's like really simple, but it's one of those things most people forget. Like that you're not stuck on one plane; you can actually just move up or down. A lot of games you can even like you dodge a lot of attacks just by moving up or down. Ooh. We'll see if I can manage to get through 4 today. We got through 4 last time, failed on 6, so yeah, nothing more annoying than losing on 6. Come on, dude. Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna try and channel some Richard Gere here. From the movie First Night, not Richard Gere from like Pretty Woman or something like that. So everyone understands, okay? Talking Richard Gere First Night. Oh. How's it going, Velvet? What's up, Torque Hammer? Yeah, that's what happens, Rod Armor. That's the switch. The jacket comes off. That's the switch. Yikes. Yeah, first two attempts have failed. Really, really annoying. Just failing attempts after attempt after attempt. Can't even get to 7. Ugh. Thanks for the 2 bits, Soj King. And I also thank you for loving the Power Glove. I wonder how many Power Gloves that movie The Wizard actually sold. So I go looking for the 3 bits. I don't know what's going on over there. So it's King, thank you for the 4 bits. So I go thank you for the 5 bits. How's it going, Rico Suave? Okay, going to stage 2. We're on attempt 3. Attempt 1, thank you for the 6-bit Soching. Attempt 1 failed on the level 6 beach. Attempt 2 failed at level 4 elevator. Hopefully This one goes to 7. What is it? Is it 8, Sargo? Is it 7? Thank you for the 7 bits, Sargo. So can thank you for the 8 bits. I don't know what you guys are doing, but it's okay. As long as you're having a good time. I'll just be over here playing, that's all. Somehow I missed the guy on the bike. There isn't one, Sargo. Thank you for the 9 bits. I can answer that one for you. So Ski went 10 and 11. Thank you. Yeah. Is that what you guys were looking for? Now I'm gonna have to like. It actually makes me want to do that now. I'll have to think of a bit that people rarely ever. It's not like a crazy amount, and people rarely ever give it. I wonder if I should. That'd be kind of funny to do that. It's like, what? Hey, Velvet, what are you comparing me to here? Jeez. Why the jacket came off? I took the jacket off because I was getting hot. That's why. We're going to 3. Oh man. Thank you. What? Chun-Li, dude. Oh yeah, Katana Molina. Sonya. Remember yeah, Sonya from Mortal Kombat? Remember that Sonya from the Mortal Kombat movie? You just got that woman from Billy Madison. like, you know any martial arts? She's like, no. They're like, good enough. Ice Phoenix, how goes? Good to see you. It's been a while. How you doing? We're still working on the Blaze No Death Mania. What would you do with the pause screen? Yee. Oh, nice. Are you going for like a degree in college? Do you know what like you want to be going towards? Oh jeez. What? Soch King, is that true? That's why they made her female? It was the third person perspective that, that they couldn't handle? Automotive technology, yeah. Nice. Gosh, yeah, I feel like when I was a kid, learning how to, like, you know, work on cars, it was like, there was only like 3 things, you know, like an engine, a transmission, and like, I don't even know what else. You know, the tires. That's like, there's like a couple things, you know? Now it's like, they put computers in the cars, all the windows are automatic. It's like, there's all this like electrical work going through it. It's, yeah, some intense stuff. Oh. A lot to work on for cars nowadays, yeah. I know. I don't even want to think about like the electric cars and what that's all about. Working on electric cars is going to be a nightmare. Yeah, I don't know if they're like more involved or less involved or... Is Paprium good? Thanks, Alex. Like, is it a good game, or is it just decent, or... They were acting like it was going to be, like, the best beat 'em up ever made. Yeah, hard to top Streets 2 as a beat 'em up. Yeah. It's like Fight and Rage. Fight and Rage has that, where there's like a lot of different routes that you can go through in Fight and Rage. Yeah. I know. It was a missed opportunity, Velvet. They should have had baseball bats. They have baseball bats in the first game and everything, too, which is like... Yeah, it's just funny that they don't have it in this. Yeah, this game just does a perfect job of, like, your move set and the enemy's move set, and like how the enemies kind of play off of each other. It's just, yeah, it's always like there's like a rewarding experience here when you do a good job, because you don't feel overpowered. Yeah, there's just like a weird balance to this game. Ah. Mm-hmm. Shocked. Yeah, I'm shocked. I know, Velvet. I meant, I didn't mean a bad day in game. I just meant like in general. Eh. Yep, attempt number 4. We'll make this one happen. Ugh. Alright, I hope that's all of them. Come on. Why is it so tough for strats in this game? Yeah, yeah, like, whereas, like, in Streets of Rage 3, yeah, the difference between this game, and Streets 3 is in the, how on you have to be in order for the same outcome to happen. So, like, in Streets 3, you gotta be within about, like, 8 pixels and, like, probably, like, 8 frames. Like, get into position, be 8 pixels on, 8 frames on, and you're gonna get the guy. And then everyone's gonna do the same thing. They're gonna loop around. And you're good. In this game, it's frame perfect, pixel perfect, so you're never gonna get it right. You're never gonna get the same thing happening. It's just, so instead it's just like a complete RNG mess. It's expert talk? Yeah. There's 256 pixels. Horizontal across the game. So, like, when I do the boss dance on stage 6, I'm doing all that so I can land on a very specific pixel. If I'm a pixel back, I don't summon boss. If I'm a pixel forward, I summon boss and a jet. So if I could just, like, walk and hit that pixel, but then turn back, if I was, like, you know, if anyone could actually do that, I would just do that and not go through the whole rigmarole of the dance. But if it was like an 8 pixel wide, where, like, there's 8 pixels and you can trigger the boss, that wouldn't be too difficult to actually hit. Because you have, like, just a much larger area that you could get into before you trigger the jet. Here's how you get Barb and ganked. A Barbarina. How do I know this stuff? Well, you kind of have to know it. Yeah, you kind of have to know it. But also, I've been playing these games for like years. So it's not like something like all of a sudden. Is a 2-jet boss similar extra pixel setup? No, it's different. It's the same. I think it's actually the same pixel to spawn both jets, but it's time released. So the best example of it is the kickboxer section on the Beach of Six. They're all getting spawned in the same at the same spot, but they'll get spawned like time released from each other. So it'll be like you're in the spot, you're gonna trigger one kickboxer, and then a certain set of time after that. It's a very short amount of time, but you'll trigger the next one, and then the next one, and the next one. So if you're on like the actual pixel where they get triggered, you'll just keep triggering them. Which is why like you'll see me like walk forward and then back out. So I'm backing out before the second guy can get spawned. If I walk forward too much, I won't have enough time to back out before the second guy gets spawned. So I gotta so you do have to be relatively precise, but you don't have to be all that precise. But a lot of the spawns work like that, where guys will get triggered on the exact same spawn point, but they're time released. And those ones are easier to deal with, as opposed to the ones that are like, this dude's a single pixel spawn, and the next guy is the next pixel spawn. That's a lot more difficult to hit. Hello, Heath, how goes? Yeah, that's kind of it. Most of the like, it's hard to know like some of the newer guys how much they know, because they probably don't have to know as much as some of us older guys. Before all the strats were out, and a lot of the yeah, before like we had a ton of strats. we were just fumbling around trying to figure it out. So I mean, a lot of trial and error stuff. So, like, there was a pro player named Gale Dog. A lot of strats that you see are actually from Gale Dog. Gale Dog did, like, a lot of tech on this game. So all the level 6 dances, every character has their own dance on level 6 to spawn the boss. Gale Dog figured out all of them. So he also figured out that, like, oh, this boss gets triggered on a certain pixel, and if I can have everyone land on that pixel, and then just back off of it, we won't trigger the jets with the boss. Because we used to just, we knew the pixel was there, but we didn't know how to get on it, other than just like walking. So we used to just walk it. You just walk it and then back out and hope that you only pulled one jet, and then if you were super lucky, you'd only pull the boss by himself. But it was that kind of stuff. And then also like the speedrunners too. So when we were speedrunning, it'd be like this game's got like this slow jump. So then you record, the normal jump with the slow jump, And then you take it into your recording software and you go frame by frame and find out how much slower the slow jump is than the normal jump. And it's like, you know, like a normal jump, it's like, you know, 5 frames or 8 frames to get off the ground, and the slow jump takes like an extra, like, you know, I don't remember what it is, 3 frames to 8 frames to get off the ground. But in this game, like, all those extra frames, like, it's a really big deal. Because you get killed in this game. Like, the frames matter in this game, so you'll get killed in this game if you're like, if you have a slow jump on and you're trying to jump out of the way of something. Yeah, but just, yeah, stuff like that. And then you can also find out, like, oh, like scene transitions, like what's the fastest way of getting the scene transition, you know? We figured that stuff out too. Because if you're speedrunning, you want to, like, kill this last guy, and then you want the scene to end so you can start the next scene as fast as possible. So then you find out that, like, oh, with Blaze, it's actually like this slam move maybe is like her fastest move to kill a guy, have him disappear, then the scene ends, and now you're like moving forward. Yeah, like with Max, it's like actually the jumping front throw. Yeah, so if you have like the last enemy on screen and he's got like a certain amount of health, the fastest way of dispatching him so you can like go into the next scene is actually the jumping front throw. Anyway, not sure if this is... Probably just sounds like a bunch of gobbledygook to everybody. Oops. I do have a poor memory. Yeah. If I had a good memory, I'd actually remember what the actual, like, frame number is and, you know, all that stuff. And yeah. How's it going, Lord? Yeah. But yeah, we didn't have, I mean, there was like, I'm trying to think of like what strats existed when I even like first started playing, but I don't think we had the Zamza jump through the uppercut strat. I don't think we had that when I first started playing. I think we just were like, kind of like, you just dealt with Zamza by like just watching them. You just kind of watched them, waited for him to land, and then once he landed, you could like, you'd get good enough at like knowing where he was going to land so you can just grab him. And that's kind of like how we dealt with him. Abadidi was just a nightmare. Huh? Oh my gosh, that's right. Sid Meier's Pirates on DOS. It's funny, man. It's interesting when the creators would like kind of put their name on the game. Like John Romero's De Katana. I bet he wished he could take that one back. Okay, interesting start. Oh, thanks, Paul Knives. You played through Daikatana? Really? And it was worse than what people say? Which version were you playing on? Yeah. It's interesting. John Romero says he's never beaten Nightmare Mode on Doom. I thought that was interesting. I think he says he's never gotten past like the first like 5 levels or something like that on Nightmare Mode. I think I've even done that. PC, but the newer version with cleaned up graphics, super clean. Wait, so you played on the PC version, which is the better version, by the way, because the N64 version I think is worse, and that's the version most people played it on. Or at least that's the version I played it on, I should say. So you played it on the PC, and it was a nicer looking version, and it still was bad? Oh my gosh. Did I lose my sword? Yeah, Doom 64 is really, actually really good. It's... I feel like if you like OG Doom, you're gonna like Doom 64. It's just... And really, like, Doom 60... I don't think they should have called Doom 3 Doom 3. Because I think Doom 64 is actually Doom 3. See this jump through strat? We didn't know about that strat. Is there a game with bad graphics that's still good? You know what I mean? Aww. Super Mario Brothers. No, well, I mean, Super Mario Brothers does not have bad graphics. I guess graphics is a bad way of saying it, because now it's like any old game is gonna have, in comparison, is not gonna look as good. Maybe it's like art style is the right way of saying it. Super Mario Bros. 3 NES count? Well, it's like the art style of the game though is good. Like the art style of this game is good. You can't, like nowadays you wouldn't necessarily say this is good graphics though, because it's 16-bit graphics, you know. But you know what's going on. It's easy to tell. You can tell the different enemies apart. You know what moves they're gonna do. You can react to them. It's that type of stuff. Like Mike Tyson's Punch-Out's very simplistic in its graphics, but it's good graphics because you actually can tell what's gonna happen. You know, they aid to the gameplay as opposed to like, I don't know. It's a tough one. Like, you could say OG Doom doesn't have good graphics anymore, because the graphics are better now, but I actually would say it has, like, better graphics. Well, graphics is just the wrong word then, yeah. It's more just the art style of it. I would say the original Doom has a better art style than, like, almost any modern game, because you know, you can just look at a scene and tell exactly what's going on. Like, you know exactly what enemies are out there. You know exactly what they can do. You know who's shooting at you when. It's like everything on screen is aiding you as the player to play the game. What? Why can't you talk, Soap King? What's going on around here? Street Race 2 has good graphics. PS1 Final Fantasy VII. Oh, Tomboy Player hit you with a jinx, yeah. Sorry about that. GoldenEye? It's crazy because it's like the games that, like, when Final Fantasy VII first came out, the graphics on it were freaking amazing. And I get, like, when you're Cloud and you're just running around in the world, it looks pretty bad, but the cutscenes were incredible. GoldenEye looked amazing when it first came out. Like, we were just like, the graphics! That's what I'm saying. It's like, you almost can't go off of graphics because they're just going to keep getting better as time goes on. It's better just going off of, like, the actual, like, how well does the look of the game actually aid you as the player to know what's going on. So you can tell what's going on and you can better handle the situations. In that sense, I'd say GoldenEye does a pretty good job, because you can kind of tell what the guys are doing, you know where they're going to shoot. They'll, like, aim at you, you know? There's a new Terminator game and it's good? Mr. Excuse Me, how's it going? New Tomb Raider trailer. Okay, the graphics are almost movie-like. Yeah. We've been saying the graphics are almost movie-like, though, for like 20 years now. Mr. Excuse Me. You know what I mean? I feel like every new game that comes out, that's like, everyone's like, it looks like as good as a movie. Like, I can't tell the difference, you know? Like a couple years later, We're like, yeah, that one, yeah, you know, they did a good job, but we can tell now. We can tell now. Like the next game that comes out. Terminator 2D, no fate. What is this? Is that real? Terminator 2D, no fate? Oh my gosh. Antho, why? Why, Antho? I'm not gonna fail 4. I am not failing 4 again. Final Fantasy VII had movie-like cutscenes. That's what we were saying at the time. All right. Malty McFry. When you're doing the strat against the wall, how do you decide if you're going to do a jump kick versus the jump then kick? Like, how do I decide if I'm going to do a neutral jump kick or do a backwards jump kick? Because if there's one guy, or if the guys are lined up, this does more damage, but it's more dangerous. And then this does less damage, but it's got better reach, and it hits more guys. So if I do a neutral jump kick in certain situations, I'm going to land and then just get pummeled by the next guy coming up. Whereas if I backwards jump kick, I'm gonna be able to hit a lot of guys, and then I can get off the ground quicker too after like hitting the last guy. So it's kind of like a when you can hit the guy to when you can then jump again and perform the attack again is faster with the backwards, with like a forward or backwards jump kick, as it is with this kick. Does that kick? Yeah, because I can hit a guy high with it, or I can hit him a little bit lower with it, but it's basically like a one hit. Sojica, you still can't talk? Might help if you say, please, Soj King. Wayne, don't be a pain, ruin my game, it's always the same. Mr. Wayne, don't be a pain, ruin my game, it's always the same. You're gonna give me a migraine, radio, ruin my game. Is that a radio rap? Oh man, how's radio doing? I never got a chance to catch him. See, this is what I was trying to do with the... When I was on 6 the first time, the guy just like kind of like tries to loop around you. I thought I was just gonna like go down and grab him, and he totally like did something different. Really? Is he still going after like Mania World Record with Max? Cause yeah, I had World Record on normal mode with Max, and Bradio beat my time, which was really cool. Okay. So King's being in that case, so same as always. Weston. Yeah. Yeah, he's still going after, yeah, Mania Max World Record. Nice. Crazy. Oh yeah, you can throw it up. Nice, Phoenix. You can put it in chat if people want to see it. You can check out Bradio. Bradio's another Streets of Rage player. The voice of an angel. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't heard him sing. Yeah. Thank you, Soch King. I actually do need my ears for this one part here, Soch King, but it worked out. Because I need to hear when the ninja's flipping in.
Get in on it.
Thank you for the 98-bit Soch King. Oh, jeez, hold on. Dancin' Rick, thank you for the follow. Dancin' Rick? Nice. Are you like a professional dancer, Rick, or is it just something that you like to do? Or do you not dance and it's an ironic name? Like all your friends call you Dancin' Rick because you refuse to dance. Is the radio singing? There's the There's radio singing. Okay. Yeah, was it good, Soch King? Okay, we gotta get through 6. You sang with the stage music. Oh, nice. What's up, Baselander? Yeah, this is attempt, I think it's 4. First attempt ended on 6. on the beach, so I'm gonna redeem myself here. And then 2 and 3 ended on 4 elevator. So I'm hoping this one goes to 7. See if we can get it done today. The whole shebang. Get the whole shebang done today. Dancing Rick, how's it going? Who's that from? What's that emote from? Batatsy, thank you for the good luck. Yeah. Thanks for the 13-bit Sargo. Is that like from an extension from when you guys were doing it earlier? Are you guys doing it for like every... Oh, it's Mike Matei. Okay, I see. Yeah, yeah. From AVGN. Thank you, Soch King, for the 14 bits. It's a secret. Yeah, what? I don't know what you guys are doing. Thank you, Sargo, for the 15 bit. Is it per kill? Are you guys going up per kill? Is that what's going on? I refuse to be outdone. 16, oh my gosh. Thank you for the 16-bit Soch King. I should just... You're trying to do no death, Streets Rage 4 hard mode, yeah. Yeah, this game is... Sorry, go thank you for the 17 bits. It's never gonna happen. Never gonna happen, Velvet. It's never gonna happen. Soch King, thank you for the 18 bits. You got a no death on 644 latest patch, Homeboy player? What difficulty were you playing it on? Hard? Nice. Oh, jeez. Okay, let's do a good job on the boss, please. We're going to 7. Oh, thanks, 24-hour convenience. Yeah. Let's go in Turbo next turn. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Nope. Yep. I was doubling up my jump because I kept, having my jump fail, and then I had a punch fail. So on the jet, it doesn't. Yeah, it's almost like I need a game where I don't lose inputs. I've been losing inputs on the jet section like nonstop. Play New Era then? Yeah, well, Alright, let me see if anyone's raging. TJ from Paw is on. I don't know what he's doing right now. He's doing some kind of a tier list. So I think we're gonna keep the rage going here. TJ from Paw, I think he's gonna probably be doing Axel no death runs on Mania. Everybody jump in on the raid. Everybody jump. Full jumps. Big jump in. Down hit, flip around to the back, do a suplex, that kind of stuff.